welcome. My man Jorge Hernandez here. Total wellness drip spa mobile, right?
Yeah.
Well, mobile for now.
Mobile for now.
So we met. It's kind of funny because after the rodeo, cook off here in Houston, Texas, and a good friend of mine who recommended me took me to the rodeo. We had a long night. And the rodeo is always just awful because it's a lot of like Jello shots, sugary drinks, yada, yada, yada. He texts me. He's like, "How you feeling, coach?" And I said, "Man, I'm not feeling too good." He's like, "Here's my boy Jorge's number. He's going to call you. Best IV guy in town. He'll come to you." And I said, "Dude, that would be unbelievable." So sure enough, you came out. But what really made you stand out from the rest is you are probably the reason that I changed my whole quality of life and my health, right? And I know you remember the conversation.
Oh, yeah. Talk about it.
You were asking me about my family, my kids, and before you did the IV, you took my blood pressure. And what did you see?
It was really bad.
It was really bad. And you looked me in the eye and you said, "Do you want to see your kids like grow up?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude." And you were like, You need to get this looked at. You need to take care of it, and for that, I thank you. But it instantly just proved to me that you give a shit about your clients. You care about wellness, and you've been very educational, and you've been an integral part of my my change and my whole approach to life of wellness. Taking care of the one body I got, man. So. I'm also here getting the IV right now just to show these viewers, we're doing it in the comfort of our own little office, home. You've been to my house, my studio. So the mobile part has probably just been great, but challenging for you, I'm sure. But man, I wanted to kind of just allude into that because before, IVs had that perception where it's like, oh, it's the hangover remedy, right? But it quickly has kind of just come full circle back to really what it was designed to do.
No, it's completely different now.
Yeah,
It's
so
way bigger.
tell me a little bit about it, man. And I mean, like the fact of how educational you are, prompted me to do my research and everything, and like looking at all this stuff and. It's kind of like I hear it from everybody else after I've heard it from you. So tell me a little bit about, how you got into it, what your approach is, and how long you've been doing it.
Okay, well, diabetes has been for a long time.
Yeah.
In the market. They
Sure.
started many, many years ago, probably in the 60s,
Yep.
with the Myers drip, by Dr. Myers.
Yep.
And they pretty much do it on a lot of athletes and all that at the beginning.
Sure.
But then that started changing.
Yeah.
It's become more popular, and then with the time, people use it a lot for hangover.
Yeah.
You go to Miami, you go to New York, you go to Vegas.
Vegas.
Everywhere, hotels,
Yes.
everything. They have pretty much that, and every single hotel they have their own.
They have their own setup,
their
right?
own setup. But with the time, people start working out. They want to feel better. They want to stay younger. They want to be healthy.
Yeah, sure.
And then all these businesses start coming. Doctors start doing this in the office, and some people they need some more supplements. They say that supplementation for their own
Deficiencies,
system.
all that
deficiencies, B12
Yeah.
is a pretty common one. Vitamin D.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of minerals, magnesium, potassium, calcium. And then this kind of business pretty much show up. It's better than go to ER.
Yeah.
10 hours there, and then just get a little hydration.
Yeah. And it's preventing the issues, not treating the issues.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You are trying to fix things before.
Correct. And that's what I loved was, you started me with magnesium, right? Because you were like, let's lower this. And I'll never forget how proud of me you were when the next time we came out.
Yeah.
And I had it under control, and we've been doing good since because, before it'd take like an hour and a half because you're like, I'm slow dripping this thing. I don't want you to explode.
Yeah.
But so Yeah, back to the athletes. But you're just seeing this kind of the younger generation just being more mindful of their body. Um, so, are you answering the requests, or are you seeking out solutions when it comes to that, and like learning about new things?
Well, every time, everybody's different.
Sure.
And then what you need is know what somebody else.
Yeah.
Then we pretty much, I went to the medical school many years ago, and I came to US. I started working on many things different.
Yeah.
And I finished doing this.
Yeah.
But I came with a little knowledge, man.
Yeah.
And when I see the client, I'm pretty much talk to them to see what they need. You come in and tell me, hey, Jorge, I need some vitamins, but you may need more than that.
Yeah.
It's not just vitamins. You may need antioxidants.
Yeah.
You may need more magnesium.
Yeah.
Probably the magnesium dose that is on the Myers drip, for example,
Mm-hmm.
is not what you need. You need more.
Yeah.
And you probably need some amino acids because you're losing muscle for a reason, but you don't know that. Then that's pretty much how I can improve the client
Sure.
experience and, improvement
Yeah.
in general.
Because for the most part, all your clients are membership clients, because you do a membership, right?
Yeah, we work with memberships that make everything easier for the clients.
Yeah. And so as far as, I think I remember you telling me, because you have that badass Sprinter van, and that was kind of a product of COVID, right?
Mm-hmm. We came with that. When we start this business, the COVID shop, it was like the right time,
Oh man.
Then we plan to open an office, and then the government shut down everything.
Yep.
From one day to the other one, we get all this craziness with the COVID and all that.
Yeah.
And say, you know what, we're ready to jump on this. Let's do mobile.
Yeah.
They were rejecting everybody on the ERs. If you go there with COVID, feeling not good with fever, body aches, not feeling good enough.
Yeah.
They say, okay, well, you have COVID, go home, drink water.
Wow.
Sometimes it's not as easy. You need an IV to really get out of that situation quickly.
100%, because especially if you were deficient of something prior to the COVID, right?
Yeah.
That's why it would be more impactful on some than others.
No, when your metabolism get high, you get dehydrated easier too.
Yeah.
And then pretty much the only way is get out of that is an IV.
Yeah. Well, and it's, with the customizable wellness, like you said, I mean, getting to know your clients first. And I think, when they're in their, like, in a relaxed setting, like say their home or their office, they feel a little bit more comfortable. And so you're probably going to get to learn a little bit more about them faster, right?
Yeah. People feel more comfortable in their own ambient.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah.
And how this started when the COVID, people were feeling not good when they go. Then you don't want to be exposed to somebody else if you are not feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
Then the best way is, feel comfortable in your house. We come to you, give you this service, personalized, really personalized for what you need. This is not like another business. You go there, I need some hydration. They don't even ask what you need.
Yeah.
They just come in, boom, give you hydration or somebody else, and that's it.
Sure.
We try to do it more personal. Say, what do you need? What do you feel?
Yep.
Well, you have cramps, you have headache. Then we give you what you need to make that goes away.
Yeah.
As fast as you can.
Yeah. And the fact that a lot of people probably don't even know just because they haven't been educated, right? To the educational part, that you really opened my eyes was, the training products, the NAD, the NAC, the glutathione.
Oh, those are amazing.
I know. And it's like, I never even knew those. And then once you started telling me about it, I couldn't stop reading and learning. And it's used in so many ways. But I mean, let's start out with the NAD plus. Like, tell me a little bit about that and what piqued your interest in it.
Well, NAD is an intracellular antioxidant. It's the most powerful antioxidant the body produces. Pretty much to help your DNA to stay healthy.
Yes.
So everybody who is 40-something, 50 years old, they should do NAD.
Yeah.
That is going to improve their life quality. It's going to keep the synthesis of protein at a really high level. It means your muscles are going to recover, your joints are going to be good.
And that's what the aging process is, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It is. And then if you keep the DNA in a good shape and the pretty much proteins and ATP production, well, you're going to live for it.
Quite a while, like much longer.
Life quality is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, Dr. Oren, who's here, he does, he does like some. I go to his office and whatnot, but he was telling me he was at this Vegas conference of the anti-aging and whatnot. He showed me this video, and I said, "Well, what am I looking at here?" And I was like, "It looks like a guy just running up on stage." And he goes, "That guy's 88 years old." Yeah. And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "He's been, preaching about NAD for years before anyone even knew what it was." And I mean, he's talking, I'll have to find the doctor's name, but he was one of the keynote speakers there. But he was talking like he doesn't see it not being, he says it's probably possible for, within the next 20 years, you'll see humans extending their life expectancy 10 to 20 years. And it's like, whoa. I mean, just, from preventatives and doing all that. And he was talking about, Dr. Oren was like, Big Pharma doesn't want to do all these blood tests and these panel tests because they want, the medicines
they
ingested.
Want, yeah, the deal with the antioxidants is, well, as you know, there are multiple antioxidants your body needs, pretty much. Vitamin C, because your system is not produced enough. And there are some others that you produce by yourself, like NAD, glutathione, C.
Yeah.
What happened is when you expose your body to a lot of toxins, with the time, I mean, the regular mechanism your system uses, the metabolism, for example, the mitochondria, one of the finals of that is ATP for energy, but also free radicals. Free radicals. And then free radicals affect the membranes of the cells and then your DNA.
Yeah.
What happens is your system uses NAD to keep the cells inside.
Okay.
Clean of that. That means the production of ATP is really good.
Yes.
And then the DNA doesn't get affected.
Yeah.
With NAD production. And then you have one outside that is the glutathione.
Oh.
The glutathione is another important one.
So they're cohesive.
Yes, of course. And the glutathione pretty much get everything that is free in your system and then helps your body to eliminate that.
Nice.
Yes. And then that reduces many things, problems people suffering every day.
Yeah.
Like diabetes type 2.
Yep.
Resistant to the insulin, even if they don't have diabetes yet. And then pretty much eliminate toxins like the tobacco toxins when the people smoke, too much alcohol in the system. And
that's all glutathione?
All glutathione.
Really?
Yeah. You give somebody glutathione and then eliminate all the toxins really easy.
Really?
From the system, yeah.
And so the body produces it. It's just that at that certain age when it stops producing as
much.
much.
Well, it's just going down.
Yeah, it's going down.
It's going down. I mean, it's not the same amount of glutathione or NAD when you're 20 than when you're 40-something or 50 years old.
Correct.
And then it depends of how exposed you are to many other toxins.
Yeah. No, I guess it makes you more vulnerable because it's not fighting. And that's what, Dr. Oren was saying. He was like, if all males like got their hormones tested, their levels tested at age 30, that's a good precursor of where you should need to keep it, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like makes sense, right? Whoops. So on the NAD, the glutathione, those I've taken here in, I think I do have both in my bag today.
Both in the bag today.
Yeah. And so the one that you brought up to me that was recent, and I still haven't gotten a chance to really dive deeper into it, but the NAC, tell me a little bit about that.
Okay. The NAC, it's been used for a while. Nothing here is like
nothing's
brand new.
Brand new.
It's brand new. It's been used for a while. Just people have no knowledge about it.
Yeah.
There is not everybody's properly educated about it. And pretty much the NAC, it helps the liver to recover. It's a really, really good antioxidant to clean the system and from toxins that affect the liver. Same thing with they all work together.
Yes.
NAD, NAC. NAC is just really, really good for the liver.
Yeah.
Somebody who
Detoxification.
need detox the liver
Yeah.
deeper.
Yeah.
And NAC is the one. He helps the system to recover the liver quickly
Yeah.
than somebody who just go in the normal way.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
And so I've also read a little bit about like maybe it also helping with respiratory wellness too, the NAC.
Of course, because everything. Remember, the human body is a system. It's a complex system,
Yeah, sure.
and then if your liver is not working well,
Mhm.
system is not able to produce enough to heal the rest of the body, what is pretty much protein.
Yeah.
Then it cleans the system. It's like the filters. You have
Yeah.
two filters, the liver and the kidneys.
Yeah.
And then the NAC, it participates on all the mechanism too. They use a specific for liver,
Mhm.
but it affects pretty much the whole metabolism.
Got it.
Yeah. That's why it's good for the lungs too. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
So it's like, I mean, they're all there. They've all been working. They've all been doing. We're just now kind of becoming, I guess, massively or functionally aware of how they work cohesively, and you know, they prop each other up, right? And so the frequency. Let's talk about that. What's, you know, like the recommended frequency? Because I say, you know, I do monthly IVs, but I can't just do NAD like every month, right? I mean, there's just a certain threshold, right?
yeah, the pretty much the how often you do it or not. It depends of the situation.
Yeah.
You may need for maintenance probably once a month.
Okay.
This may be enough.
Yeah.
But some other people, they need it more often. Let's see if you are in a workout routine. And then you didn't work out a long time, your muscles need a lot of protein to recover quickly.
Yeah.
And then also vitamins to reduce the muscle fatigue, nerve innervation, and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You probably gonna need 1 or twice a week in that position.
Okay.
Or let's say you get COVID.
Yeah.
Then you have brain fogginess and then you feel exhausted all the
Achy
time.
as all get out.
Yeah, all that. You're probably gonna need 1 or twice a week for a few weeks just to recover the levels or helps your system to recover quickly.
Gotcha.
Then after that, you expand the time. How often you do it? It depends. Everybody's different.
Yeah. Everybody's different.
Everybody's different, but depends how they feel. We are able to handle with the clients.
Sure.
Pretty much how often they're gonna do it.
Yeah, because my good friend that would come to the office with me, he had that accident, you know, with his arm, and you know, his scar tissue was kind of paining him, and then lo and behold, he gets, you know, I think we did the 2 day in a row, like Mama Jamma,
NAD and all that.
and I mean, dude, he was just like, I haven't felt like this good and ever since this accident.
Time, but I've been doing on him also alpha lipoic acid, ALA. That is really specific for peripheral nerve.
Oh.
That's been using on neuropathy and all that for a long time.
Really?
Yeah. Somebody with neuropathy for any reason, they can use it, and it's extremely good.
No kidding. See, now I learned. I didn't know that. Y'all been keeping that a secret from me.
Hey,
you can help me out with
you
my...
cannot release everything at once.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a slow drip.
It's a slow. It is.
Well, dude, you know, the other thing that I just admire so much about you is, you know, being that it's been in my home or my office, we have time to kill because we're doing our bag, so we get to have conversations, you know, and learning. You know, I love the stories about your journey from here, you know, coming from Cuba and to an entrepreneur here in Katy and to about to open your own brick and mortar, man. You know, your story inspires me. I mean, I think it's pretty cool to kind of hear it from the horse's mouth. And really, you know, what you appreciate so much about like how you've got access to just, you know, go and pursue and chase everything that you have achieved. I mean, it's pretty dang badass that I'd love to share, you know, for you to share the story with, you know, Katy being a very large Latin community, and there's a lot of entrepreneurs here, but also a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs. I mean, so tell me a little bit about, you know, your background, and then how it evolved, and then, you know, what you've encountered here as an entrepreneur. Tell me a little bit about your success story, brother.
Well, about 12 years ago, I came from Cuba with no English at all.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, my English is a little broken.
No, it's
We
damn
can try,
good.
And I went to a medical school in Cuba.
Okay.
Then I was able to escape from the communism there.
Yeah.
Communism is bad, guys.
Yes.
Always remember that.
Yes.
And,
Agreed.
Yeah. And then I was able to escape and came here 12 years ago. And I work on everything, pretty much like everybody.
Yeah.
They start. And then somebody gave me an opportunity on a clinical trial business.
Okay.
Then I start right there on the clinical research.
Nice.
I did research for the past probably 12 years. I still working on it, but just part time.
Sure.
And I went to a nurse school here. Then I get diploma.
Yep.
And pass the boards, all the process.
Yeah.
Get the license in Texas, and then start working as a research nurse.
Okay.
Then after that, one day, just a friend of mine called me and said, hey, I had these people in Houston, really big company. I don't want to say the name, but really big company in Houston doing IVs.
Yeah.
I hear about it a little bit. On my medical career, but nothing deep as that. Before that moment.
Yeah.
Then I started working for them part-time.
Yeah.
Research, IV business with all the vitamins. And then the COVID was the time. Say, you know what? It's time to jump.
Yeah.
It's time to jump. And then I just did it. I get one of my colleagues on the clinical trial, is a doctor.
Okay.
Dr. Luis Cepeda is our medical director in this company. Really good doctor.
Nice.
And then between, the little knowledge man that I already have and then what he knows, we create really good menus for this company. Then we start the business.
So y'all created these menus that we're looking at when you kind of offer.
Well, it's pretty.
It is. It's kind of like a menu, but don't laugh. But when you said the Myers drip, I'm always like, is that because of a Meyer lemon? I didn't know it was Dr. Myers, and so I just now learned that earlier. But now, so that's got to be kind of another part that kind of separates you guys. Is your offerings, right? It's more robust. It's definitely wellness geared, So tell me about how that whole process came about with you guys.
Well, the problem with all these kind of like preventive medicine is the FDA doesn't approve these.
Sure.
For anything.
They don't want to.
Yeah, they don't want to.
Because it'll cost them money.
Of course. And then insurance, they don't pay for it.
It'll cost them money.
It's out of package.
Yeah.
Of course. But hey, it really helps a lot of people.
It does.
This really, really improve people's life
tremendously.
Yes. And
I can attest to it.
Oh yes. It's better sometimes I don't say this is gonna cure you from anything.
No.
But it prevents you from getting sicker from anything.
It's like, oh, this isn't gonna, but it's not gonna hurt me.
No, it's not.
That's the thing is like, I'm just being mindful. Because look, I was a certified nutritionist for years, right? I went to culinary school, and when we were going through nutrition, do you know how impossible it is to like literally follow the food pyramid and do your intake? It becomes a full-time job. You're weighing food, you're counting all these calories, you're meal prepping. It consumes you. And so, nobody can live, I don't care, unless, you're 24/7 focused on that and that only. You're not going to have the perfect diet, especially since everybody's different, like you've said so many times. Mm-hmm. So there's nothing ever wrong with supplementation on that, right? Whether you're trying to get better from an illness.
Well, the deal with these IBs is you have to eat healthy and try to expose yourself to the minimum amount of toxins and bad food and all that.
Sure.
You have to work out. This is not going to do anything by itself.
No.
What it's going to do is it's going to improve your system.
Yes.
For you to perform better in your regular life. I tell everybody, you know what? Use these as boosters.
Yeah.
You have to eat well, all that. Sometimes your system need a booster. That's where we come in.
Yeah.
And then help your body to boost your own system and then make you feel better. For example, sometimes. Or on the maintenance way, just improve your system, eliminating toxins.
Yep.
We're we're exposed to so many toxins and heavy metals these days
Yes.
than our grandpas, they were not.
No, I mean,
And
facts.
yes, cars right now are right now you go to the street, you see 500,000 cars from here, Katy, to
Yep.
Houston downtown
Yep.
in like 45 minutes.
Yep.
Our grandpas, they may have to deal with 5 cars.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
exactly, and then that produces toxins.
The
that you
food
have
we
to breathe
eat,
that.
man.
The food we eat.
They're making a lot more,
Oh,
but
yeah.
we've got the same footprint, you know.
Mhm.
And that's wild too. But yeah, I think diet and sleep are
Diet.
just, you know,
It helps people sleep. The stress right now is really, really heavy.
yeah.
Then, some of these IBs can really, really improve your sleep and the stress.
Yeah.
It really helps with the stress a lot.
So what is a good mixture for like the stress and sleep that you would recommend? Because I'm like curious in that sense because, I've gotten on a better sleep pattern, but stress is always, I think it's something that everybody can listen up for.
Yeah, there are many different IBs that we can use for. The deal with that is depends on what the client needs again.
Mm-hmm.
If the stress really high, probably they are low on B12. I don't want to get deep on this, but B12, low B12 in the system can cause muscle fatigue, but also brain fogginess, and then also doesn't help your brain to produce enough neurotransmission.
Yeah.
That means you are not going to be able to sleep well. Some of the B complex vitamins, they help too with it.
Sure.
And also magnesium.
Yes.
Magnesium is one of the keys. It's one of the biggest miners in your system that when it's low, it can cause a lot of issues.
Yeah. You're the one that got me taking magnesium every evening
Yes,
before I go to
you
bed.
get an IB with B12,
Yeah.
B complex, and a lot of magnesium when you're on the stress or you're not eating well for a period,
Yeah.
or you are dealing with some kind of like problems that you are not being able to have a good nutrition.
Sure.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Then B12,
Yeah. Because it's like
magnesium, all that.
stress causes you to eat bad and not sleep well.
Yes.
Then,
Also the NAD. The NAD is really important.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's like, so I'm stressed, so I'm going to eat crappy. I'm not going to get good sleep. But now what the lack of sleep and the bad diet does,
It's about
it
cycle.
makes me more receptive to stress.
It's about cycle. It's about
It
cycle.
is bad.
Yeah.
Yes, man. Well, so let's talk about mobile to brick and mortar. You had last month you had just kind of broke ground and you guys were closing out on that building. And it's right over on Kingsland and 99.
Kingsland and 99.
Yeah.
Yes, we coming
So
with that in
I'm
the
super pumped because the brick and mortar opens the doors to a lot of additional services.
office. Oh, yes.
So tell me a little bit about that. And then, I think it's going to allude to where, we're going to have Pablo join is some of the, additional services that your staff can bring to a lot of people as well. So I'm anxious to hear about it because you were kind of teasing with me about the oxygen therapy and stuff.
Okay, yeah, oxygen therapy. That is, that office is gonna let us do multiple new services. One of them is gonna be ozone therapy.
Yes.
Ozone therapy, you can pretty much do everything you want with the ozone. It's an amazing.
You control the environment.
Yes, you
Wow.
can do whatever you want with the ozone. You can put a CQ, you can do it on you can breathe that. You can use it on creams. You can also oxygenate your water with ozone.
Yep.
Oxygenate your water,
Yeah.
and you can put it on IBs. Also.
Oh.
And on IB, extremely good for autoimmune conditions, for brain fogginess, for
Yeah.
chronic fatigue, for Lyme disease.
Really?
Oh yeah, for Lyme disease is amazing.
Wow.
And then that needs some devices.
Sure.
That, like
Equipment that's not mobile,
oxygen
right?
tanks and
Yeah.
machines that it's kind of difficult to be on move with that
Yeah.
movement. And that office we're gonna have it.
Nice.
Yes, everybody in the office is gonna be a nurse, registered nurse, certified to do
Yeah.
all those. And then the doctor is gonna be, available all the time. to
Wow.
Respond to any questions that clients have.
So that's
Ozone, amazing. You have to try.
Oh no, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be one of the first people.
Chronic pain. You can really help people with chronic pain with ozone.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, because I mean that's like kind of where I forgot what that, where it's not peptides, but where they oxygenate the blood.
Well, peptides help the body to produce, improve the way your system produces their own antioxidants like NAD and glutathione.
Okay.
It's different than the IVs because the peptide just helps your body to produce more. Your body has to do it. When you administer that on IVs, you pretty much give your body the product. I mean, the NAD, the glutathione, all that. Well, the ozone, it pushes your body to produce their own antioxidant, but in a really high level.
Nice.
Yeah, like a level that you cannot get with anything else.
Yeah.
It's just ozone.
Really?
So, yes. And then we're going to have probably hyperbaric chamber. That is about the same thing. It just depends on how big is the pressure we can have on the camera.
Sure.
It can increase until 200 times the amount of oxygen your system is able to breathe. Really good to detox your brain.
Yes.
Really good to help you sleep when you have sleeping issues.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's got to be exciting for you then.
And it's good for everything, man. You can use it for pretty much everything. You're under stress, you get that 4 or 5 times a week for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You feel amazing after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a one client at a time thing, or are you going to have multiple setups to where?
Well, we are working on that yet.
Yeah.
There are multiple chambers you can use.
Okay, gotcha.
There's a chamber for 2 people. There's a chamber for it's a personal one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah. And then you said so you'll have the oxygen therapy, and then there's going to be kind of like the VIP or like the private suite, if you will, and then. When you were talking about it, it's kind of like the barbershop vibes where it's like everybody's, and then there's kind of like the communal room where it's more of like the social atmosphere, kind of talkative, engaging. I like the whole vibe. So tell me a little bit about the rest of the layout.
Yeah, you can pretty much go there, do business with whoever is next to you there in an RV.
I love it.
And then, that room is going to have between like 6 to 8 chairs. We are trying to figure it out right now.
Nice. Yeah.
And then we're going to have a VIP room. You can go with your friends and, if you want to have like a private meeting, but also do an IV without wasting your time, you can go there with your friends. We're going to have a few chairs in there. You see, get an IV in a comfortable personal ambient, like you can do your own thing.
So you're going to be able to treat so many more people at a time then, instead of the windshield time killer that you've ensued so frequently, in the past, like with just because I remember, you'd be like, oh, I'm in the Woodlands, I can be there. And I was like, dang, man. And
but with this office, if you need something right now, you can just jump.
I know.
You don't even gonna need an appointment. You just can jump.
Cruise on in.
Yes.
See, that's awesome, man. And so Pablo, we're gonna introduce our engineer over here. He's been with Go Long Studios, but as far as his excitement about the Latin community here, is excited to host you in and said, let's talk a little bit in Spanish and because his staff's going to be bilingual, so let's create some awareness for the Latin community, some that may not be mindful of their health, or some that that just may not look that route, because what you're saying, a lot of it can be preventative, or is that we're doing right now is preventative, to kind of prevent the needs of, all that with the sickness and everything. So it's being mindful of your health. So Pablo, I know you said you had a few questions. Welcome, brother. We finally get to see the face, the man behind the operation.
Pablo es el hombre.
Yes, sir.
Bueno, sí, pues buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes, Pablo.
Bienvenido a este show.
Muchas gracias.
Claro que sí. Y sí, son los servicios de bilingües que pues tienen todo inclusivo en lo que es traducir todo en los beneficios y los tratamientos que van a hacer en las oficinas hacia ellos.
Claro que sí.
¿Usted qué cree que son los beneficios? O sea, ¿qué trae a la mesa a usted, a ellos, teniendo el poder para traducir todos los servicios?
Bueno, estamos en Houston, eso es lo primero. Houston, como ya sabemos, es una comunidad de latinos extremadamente grande.
Claro.
y sobre todo la ciudad de Katy. Hay muchos latinos en la ciudad de Katy, venezolanos, mexicanos. Algunos que otros cubanos, sí, Venezuela. Pero la comunidad latina no está educada en cuanto a este sentido de los IVs y demás. Pero estamos tratando de hacerlo bilingüe el servicio, así ellos se sienten más, se sienten mejor, vamos a decirlo de esta forma, porque pueden recibir una mejor explicación o se pueden entender mejor con la enfermera que lo esté tratando, con el front desk que lo esté atendiendo.
Claro, claro.
Y además pueden obtener un poco más de información que si se la dan en inglés y ellos no lo pueden entender 100%.
Vale, es como, puede derribar las barreras entre la comunidad.
Exacto. Sí.
Y pues sí, garantiza lo que es...
una mejor comunicación.
Sí, garantiza que lo que es también el espacio se siente más como un espacio más seguro.
Más seguro.
¿Verdad? Y lo puede acoger todo lo que para todos, ¿verdad? Es
Exacto.
para que todos puedan estar más cómodos.
Se sientan más a gusto, sí.
Sí, claro que sí. Y luego más, como estamos explicando hace temprano, pueden ir a la casa, pueden estar en su oficina.
Exacto, sí, podemos atenderlo en la oficina, va a ser también en el mismo servicio móvil que tenemos. Podemos ir a sus casas y sobre todo tratar de incentivar a los latinos a mejorar su estilo de vida. O sea, todos venimos aquí a trabajar, a salir adelante, pero hay que mejorar también el estilo de vida porque, o sea, ¿qué sentido tiene trabajar si no podemos disfrutar el tiempo que tenemos con la familia y demás?
Claro.
Y para eso estamos, o sea, hacerle más fácil y accesible este tipo de productos a los latinos.
Sí.
Que a veces se sienten un poco, no quiero ir a este lugar porque no me puedo entender bien con quien trabaja ahí porque no hablan español.
Exacto.
O cosas así. Entonces hay que hacerlo un poco más comfortable for them.
Right. And yeah, I mean, just
approachable.
We're saying it like Kevin, and exactly how that is just that it's trying to make the office space and just the fact that they can go to their house, they can go to their office space and just get these treatments, get these vitamins that people need just to feel, more healthy at that point. So, and just kind of going back into the Spanish, I guess, bueno, Jorge, para transducir toda la comunidad española, de decirles un mensaje que, bueno, directo a ellos, qué es lo que necesitan ellos o qué es lo que puede distribuir usted o su compañía o su...
Ok, la compañía básicamente se dedica a hacer sueros con vitaminas, aminoácidos, antioxidantes. Estos sueros lo que hacen es mejorar la capacidad del cuerpo de recuperarse. Si, por ejemplo, una persona se hizo un bypass gástrico o una manga gástrica para perder peso, la absorción de vitamina B12, por ejemplo, está muy disminuida y de aminoácidos. Entonces nosotros como compañía nos dedicamos a mejorar la capacidad que tiene el cuerpo de recuperarse, administrándolo vía endovenosa, que es 100% de absorción. Evitamos la absorción por vía intestinal y la metabolización en el hígado, por ejemplo. Y ayuda al cuerpo a recuperarse más rápido. Después de una infección bacteriana, como el COVID, una infección viral, o cosas así. Hidratación. Los latinos que trabajan mucho en trabajo fuerte, que se exponen mucho al sol y demás, sobre todo en tiempo de verano.
Claro.
Se deshidratan más, pierden muchos minerales, pierden muchas vitaminas. Y eso lo puede ayudar. En 20 minutos puedes recuperarte de un shock de calor, por ejemplo, con un suero de este tipo.
Wow.
Y nosotros podemos venir a ti sin tener que terminar en un emergency room o una emergencia donde, de nuevo, a lo mejor no te entiendes bien con los doctores o las enfermeras. Y nosotros, como todos somos enfermeros y algunos tenemos experiencia como doctores fuera de Estados Unidos, podemos brindarle un servicio muy personalizado.
Claro. Wow. I guess, Kevin,
no, I mean, I'm just...
Kevin, how's your Spanish, man?
No, I mean, I get kind of the gist of it, but one thing, and I think I caught that, but it is encouraging, the Latin community to not be afraid to embrace the opportunity for entrepreneurship in the wellness industry, right?
Of course, yeah.
In so many ways, it's so important. And some of these guys that are out there breaking their backs, working their ass off, dude.
And they don't take care of their own life.
Thank you. And so, how in the one thing that I've always respected the Latin community is family, right? And their regard to family. If you're the man or the woman, you need to pay attention to yourself too.
Man, like I told you the first day.
I know.
You want to
the
see
same damn message you said to me.
Yeah.
So, like, take care of yourself. Don't be afraid to go take care of yourself. To take those 5 or 30 minutes to go sit down, have a conversation with a neighbor while you're doing good for your body, and then they can always bend your ear about, I mean, dude, you're in real estate. You were in clinical trials. I mean, you've gone through it all, and you've fought your ass off to get there, dude. I'm pretty sure you're willing to let them bend your ear and ask questions about entrepreneurship.
Sure.
What advice do you have for them? I mean, give me a good, quick bit of advice about perseverance and opportunity.
Well,
in Spanish and in English.
Okay. Again, when I came 12 years ago,
Yeah,
I had
man.
nothing, man. I crossed the border with like $200 in my package. And I mean, pretty much build what I have
Yeah.
in the past 12 years. I say there is opportunity on everything. You just
Yes,
have to
sir.
take it.
Yeah.
Being a staff, feel comfortable working in a hospital as a nurse,
Yeah.
it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Being in a clinic, I tried. It's good.
Yeah.
I was pretty close to, use the medical knowledge that I bring from the medical school.
Yeah.
But you have to build something yourself. Work for somebody else all the time. I mean, when you are going in one way, it's good.
Yeah.
But you have to get out of that.
Sure.
You have to push yourself to be better. And then this is my point.
Yeah.
I say I need to build something for myself and my family.
Yeah.
Working for somebody else is not that.
You're working for someone else's family,
Oh yeah.
But to step back into part of your message, though, was while you're doing that, because, those are necessary steps, make sure it includes your end game goal of what you want to do.
Yeah, of course. And then at the same time, when we build something like this, it's not just about business. I see too many people not being treated well
Mm-hmm.
in all aspects that I've been working on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm trying to do the best. That's what I like to talk to the people.
Yeah.
They say, I talk to the clients, see what they need. I don't give them what they want. I
Yeah.
give them what they need.
Yeah.
That is different.
Yeah.
Because maybe what you want is not what you need, and then it's
Yeah.
not going to fix your problem.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make that as best as possible for the client.
Yeah.
And
Because you aren't afraid to tell them what they don't want to hear.
yeah,
I mean, you aren't. Because when you looked at my ass and you said, "Do you want to live to see your kids go to high school?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm hungover and this dude's telling me about how bad my blood pressure." But you know what, dude? You changed my life, brother. So
that's the idea. That's the idea.
let's convey that message. I mean, you gotta give that perseverance and opportunity message in
Yeah, that-
Spanish now, brother.
That doesn't cost anything, and the value is really big.
It is. It is.
If I can change somebody's life,
Yeah.
why
You
not?
changed mine, bro.
Yeah, why not?
And after this, you're about to change his, because we're gonna. Well, I told Pablo, because I've been like telling him, I'm like, I was talking to him about juicing and diet, mostly just diet, because that's the only thing that I feel, being from the certified nutrition, like that's where I feel like I can speak, knowledgeably about. I think I can speak knowledgeably about other things sometimes, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. But anyway, like I think you could educate him on some things, and I'm gonna buy him an IV after this if you have time.
Of course. Yeah,
Yes,
we can
man.
do it. Of
Yes. All
Pablo,
right.
vamos a hacerte un suero, Pablo. Vamos a ponerte un suero con vitamina.
Yes, sir.
una gran
So we can
inspiración.
both become believers, man. And I mean, like, I'm pretty sure every friend that I've sat down in my office with me and you've treated has become a regular client. So
Because
that's
they know, they feel good.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. They feel good. If you feel good, you go back.
Hell yeah, brother.
And it's healthy, you know, like this is 100% absorption of everything you get here is natural.
Yes.
We don't use any
synthetic,
drugs or medication really.
Yeah.
It's all about vitamins, antioxidants. Everything is natural. It's 100% absorption. When you rehydrate your system, one of the big deals in this country is we don't drink enough water.
Amen.
We don't drink enough water. And then when something happened, you were already behind on water for weeks.
Yep.
Then something hit you like a little virus.
Yeah.
Let's see if you get a little flu for your kids.
Knocks you
now
on your ass.
And then it knock you out.
Yeah.
Why? Because you already dehydrated.
Yeah.
When that happened,
that's
when I give you an IV, 20, 30 minutes later, your brain fog is gone.
It's but the bag is too, because that's how deep. I mean, I remember when I got and I'll tell you, it's like what really got me comfortable with IVs was during the whole COVID thing, right? And I finally had gotten it like at the ass end of the whole outbreak or whatever. But I went over to there's a registered nurse in my neighborhood, and she was just like, hey, just being a cool member of our neighborhood, she's like, hey, I'll help you, you know, I'll do IVs for anyone that's got it, that can't go to the hospital or isn't insured, whatever, I got you. And so she was just doing that in her off time as a registered nurse. I went through 2 bags, dude, in like 35 minutes.
That what dehydrated you were?
Yes, man. So to speak to the lack of water consumption, man, you know, Pablo knows that every morning, like I said, I almost look forward to it now daily, is like my contrast therapy, cold plunge and sauna. But the reason I enjoy the sauna so much is because I start my day with 24, 48, 62 ounces of water before I do anything else. And just because I'm in there pouring it out, but I'm putting it back in. But once you kick it like that, it just kind of kickstarts the engine for the rest of the day. And so it's like, drink water, drink water, drink water.
Yeah, the problem is, it depends on what is your lifestyle. What do you do during the day is the amount of, is the intake of water that you should have.
Yep.
See, everybody should have minimum of 2 liters of fluids a day, right?
Yeah.
Then if you don't get that amount of liquid, you are behind.
Yeah.
And then also, if somebody taller you, as you,
I'm gonna take a sip of water right
yeah,
now
you
because I
better
feel
get
guilty.
and you need even more. What happens is, if you drink 4 or 5 coffee cups in one day, and you don't drink enough water, your liver need to process that.
So it's making you need more water.
You need more water. And then also, if you are sweating because you are in a sauna or working out or something, and you don't drink enough water to compensate, again, you are behind on water. And the only way to do it is drinking more water, guys.
Yeah.
If you don't drink enough water, you get dehydrated. Then anything as little as it can be, it's going to be worse. That hit you dehydrated.
Yeah.
Pretty
I mean,
much.
it's an amplifier, right?
Exactly.
Dehydration is an amplifier. Write that down. Well, man, no, I really appreciate you coming. I love your vision for growth. I've been excited to just kind of see it come to fruition. We'll get you back out here to kind of talk about the new space when it opens.
Oh, sure.
Bless you for, going through the permitting process.
Hey, I really appreciate
right
your time today.
Yeah. Oh, dude. No, man. Thank you so much for coming out here, and thank Pablo.
Pablo. Pablo is a man.
Pablo and I have been working really well together. We enjoy it, and we saw, my wife had mentioned that a parent at her school is a very successful Latino entrepreneur, and Pablo and I were just having lunch one day, and we were just like, dude, like let's put them out there to the world and let them get their message out. Maybe, right now there's not an available platform here in Katy, Texas, which is a very high Latin population. So I'm happy to kind of break bread with this being our first one, and Pablo coming in introducing himself on camera.
Sure.
First time, right?
First time.
Hey, it's
Not
the first time for
last.
everything. You
I
know?
love it.
We both.
Pablo's cherry.
It's the same time for both of us.
Yes, man. Same time. First time for you too?
First time for me. I never done
Dude,
this
come on. You look like a natural. He's, you know, he looks like, as my wife called it, novelas. You look like one of the guys from a novela, like all handsome, and he's gonna come in just breaking hearts, ladies.
I had to go to Univision for that.
Yeah. Well, hey man, thanks for coming out, dude. Look forward to having you out again, and we're definitely gonna blast it out once the Total Wellness Drip Spa,
that's gonna
not
be
mobile, opens up, baby.
Oh yeah, but we're gonna keep both. I mean,
Yes.
the office and the mobile system.
Yes. And so you have an Instagram.
Yes, we have Instagram. Is Total Wellness Drip Spa.
Yep. Total Wellness Drip Spa.
Yes, and we have Facebook.
There you go.
Facebook too, and the website totalwellnessdripspa.com.
Yeah. And that one you can book appointments on, right?
Oh, you can book appointments on the website. You can book appointments on Google too.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
And then once you confirmed, I mean, it's like seconds. I get the calendar notification and all that stuff.
Automatic. You just complete the information is asked there. You pick the drip. Don't worry about the drips. You just, if you don't know what you want to get, just pick any of the drips, or if you have an idea, you can just get that one.
Oh, for the booking process.
Yes, for the booking process.
Because I mean, it's all the way it's priced the same.
There's too many options.
Yes.
Don't worry about that. Just save your own time, and then we will find what you need when
do
we
the
get there.
default Meyer or whatever. But yeah, to your point, I mean, what your specialty and what you know made me gravitate again and again is to you, because your desire to learn your client, learn their needs, tell them whether they want to hear it or not, what those needs are, and help administer it, and then also give good advice on, like you said, with the water, the magnesium, stuff that you're not monetizing on me, buying supplements to take 2 magnesium at night. You're just you give a shit about my health, man. So that's why I like working with you, dude. And I can't recommend you enough to anybody else, but you're going to have another first-time client right over here today.
That's going to be good.
So thank you, man, for your time. And, dude, best of success. Wishing you. And to the Latin community, I mean, you're there to help support them as an entrepreneur. Let's end it off with the message to the young, budding Latin entrepreneurs for me, brother.
Muchachos, sin miedo, hay que salir adelante, para eso venimos a este país y nada, sin miedo al éxito.
Todos seguimos juntos, ¿eh?
Seguro que sí.
Todos juntos.
Hay que mirar siempre para el futuro.
Claro.
Y de nuevo, sin miedo que todos llegamos aquí sin nada.
Pues nada se puede hacer sin hacer el primer paso.
Exactamente.
Sin hacer el primer paso.
Y nada, entonces me pueden llamar al 832-614-1860 o al 832 se me olvidó el número del negocio. Can you believe that? I forget my business phone number, man.
Oh my gosh. I thought you were doing 867-530-9.
No worries. It's all going to be on there anyway.
Yeah, I knew you were giving out a
You'll
number.
see it down here for a sec.
Yeah. No, we'll cut that back in for sure. And if not, Pablo can pop it right on top. But as far as your Instagram, your Facebook, and your website, we're going to have all of those on there. And you're going to be sharing a lot of this on your social media too, man.
Sure.
So it's going to go out to all your followers. And let's just ask and request all the followers of everyone that shares it to share it with theirs, to support your business, man. You guys are going to kill the game, dude. So best luck, and wishing you many successes in life, my friend.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Cheers. All right.
Pablo, vamos a darle.
Seguimos.
Yes, sir.